movie.
Welcome back, Horror Hounds. The channel has now reached its first 50 subscribers. I couldn't have done it without you and your support. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, click that subscribe button below so you won't miss out on the gruesome gala that makes this channel what it is. Recently, I posted a poll on what film I should talk about next. At the time of creating this video, it was a three-way tie, so I picked one myself that happens to be local to my home state. Today, I'm going to talk about the 1984 beach slasher classic, The Mutilator. Originally titled Fall Break, the film was changed to The Mutilator for marketing reasons. Okay, I'm going to stop saying it that way. It sounds kind of cheesy, kind of like this film. I mean, would you rather see a film about kids going on fall break or kids getting mutilated? The latter sounds more interesting if you ask me. Filmed on a budget of $450,000 in just 29 days, Buddy Cooper shot this film in chronological order in Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. Filming was primarily done at the Oceana Resort, which was opened by his father in 1959, and remains a hotspot for summer tourists to this day. Let's dive right into the breakdown, where I cover the film scene by painful scene, and stick around to hear more facts about the film in my review segment at the end. We begin with an unpainted house in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this house really needs some help. Where a woman is putting the finishing touches on a birthday cake. Nice pants. Now is a good time for a PSA. When owning guns, it's always a good idea to keep them locked away from kids. With this sign hanging here, I don't even want to know what's going to happen next. Okay, I'll admit I wasn't expecting that. I just expected him to blow his head off with this brilliant idea here. I feel better now. A little too late for that shit now, kid. Oh no, Dad's home. Busted. A little too late for that shit too, Dad. And all of this, mind you, happened in the first 2 minutes of this film. Dad gives his kid the Serena Williams backhand. The movie is now officially off the rails. Dad pours himself a drink while his dead wife is propped up beside of him. Why not, right? This seems to be a running theme in 80s horror films. Something dramatic happens, grab a drink, problem solved. Oh, I almost forgot. This segment is brought to you by Jack Daniels. I'll have what he's having. Next, we see a group of 30-somethings posing as 20-somethings talking about what they were going to do for fall break, which happens to also be the original title of this film. This guy delivers a shitty line of dialogue.
Well, why don't you make some reservations?
The main guy at the table, Ed Jr., gets a call about his dad. While Ed is on the phone, one of the girls tells the rest at the table about Ed's mom and how cleaning a gun is always dangerous, especially for small kids. Yeah, it turns out Ed Jr. is the kid from the beginning of the film, and now his dad is trying to reach him. See where this is all going now? 6 minutes into this film, and you should already know the plot, folks.
I mean, all my life, the creeps ignored me and treated me like some red-headed bastard.
This guy isn't a redhead. What's his deal? Ed tells the rest his dad wants him to go down to the condo at the beach and shut it down for the winter. Hey, at least they use name-brand beer here. Normally it's generic cans. That must be where all the budget went.
4 days of R&R at the beach.
This group has no idea what's about to happen next.
I got a bad feeling about this.
This is actually a local library that poses as a university hall. Notice how the ferns strategically cover up marble plaques that have the library's name on them. Clever. Here we see shitty acting that goes perfectly alongside of shitty dialogue.
I don't know what I'm doing, just old. I didn't really mean to, okay?
What a goofball.
Will that be all?
Maybe. Hey, how old do you have to be to get that discount?
65.
65? Hey, man, now that's discrimination.
Just like a smart-ass college kid to call that discrimination.
Look, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. If you'll give me that 10% discount, I'll go get another 6-pack of beer and we'll both benefit. Now, what do you say to that?
Sure.
I think the store owner just wants him to leave. So he opts for no bag, so it looks like he stole it. A 5-finger discount is way better than a 10% discount anyways. I don't condone stealing, folks.
Another one of those smart-ass college kids talking themselves into buying 2 6-packs instead of 1.
Yep.
After a rather long intro, complete with cheesy music, the gang arrives at the condo and toss their empties right back into the car. The condo door was wide open and littered with a ton of empty liquor bottles.
I say my dad had a little help.
Big Ed is an avid lover of the outdoors.
He's what's called a trophy hunter.
Okay, trophy hunter then, whatever. Goofball gives Ed a picture he finds there on the table. Who keeps a photo like this and frames it?
Yeah, my dad ran over him with a ski boat.
Ed Sr. is one seriously fucked up guy. One of the girls finds a gaff hook, just like the one on the poster. Fun fact here, gaff hooks are used to land large fish and help drag them onto a boat when caught.
Virgins, huh? Well, at least we're all safe. Or are we?
A comment like that will get you no sex 9 times out of 10. One of the girls points out the missing battle axe on the wall. That's right, a missing battle axe. Ed says Dad likes to play D&D on his free time and probably just took it home.
But I'd feel a lot better if you'd report it to the police.
He doesn't. Well, Big Ed is hiding in the garage with the battle axe. Case solved. One of the guys grabs a handful of ass.
Need any help lighting your fire?
You can cut the sexual tension with a knife in this film, folks. To be a shitty condo, it has a good view of the ocean. While sleeping off his hangover in the garage, Big Ed has a dream. Big Ed has some serious hatred toward his son. One couple decides to be nosy and check out the garage below. Of course, this awakens Big Ed. The girl finds unusually large, sharp spikes protruding through the wall. Then we hear a sex joke.
But your rubbers are too big.
That's the first time you've ever said that.
These kids are horny. Just as the girl tries to open the door to where Big Ed is standing, they get called away. Just in time.
Yes! Help up here!
On the way.
Within seconds, it's now dark outside. But wait, but wasn't it just daylight? We then get shaky cam footage of a local fishing pier. I think I'm going to get nauseated.
Here's a duty roster.
A duty roster?
Yep. Ed and I clean up tonight, Ralph and Sue tomorrow night, and so on.
To be a horror film, these kids are pretty organized. I'm impressed. Shortly after sitting down from dinner, Flash Gordon decides to get back up for a walk on the beach, where, of course, Big Ed is watching. Oh, I want boardwalk. Seems appropriate for the beach setting and at winning this game. What is it with Monopoly being used in horror films anyways? In Friday the 13th, they played Strip Monopoly, and in The Nest, which I just reviewed recently, it was played in a cave.
Yeah, when are you gonna grow up?
I don't know.
The gang ditches this boring-ass game of Monopoly and heads out to the beach to catch a glimpse of Flash Gordon nailing his girlfriend. Nearby, we see a pool that is covered with an inflated tarp. Odd. Where Flash and his girlfriend stumble across a perfect place to start aardvarking.
What's wrong with the water?
It looks like it's been loaded down with chlorine.
Will that hurt you?
No, in fact, it probably prevents herpes.
Good to know. While Flash and his girl fool in the pool, this happens. Flash realizes someone stole his clothes.
Shit!
While Flash searches for his clothes, he gets scared by a local fisherman. Flash is led outside following a trail of his own clothing. Right back to the garage. No, Flash, I don't think that'll fit on you. Flash thinks he's found his girlfriend. But he was wrong, and then takes a while to fall down. Geez, maybe I shouldn't have named him Flash. Back out on the beach, we meet a local cop, where Ed Jr. mentions to that cop that his dad's battle axe was missing. Guess he didn't need to call the cops after all. How convenient.
Been having some heavy action lately?
Are you kidding? It's like a graveyard around here.
He knows they're goners, but calls in the report anyways. Then he checks out the house, where Big Ed turns him into a cop kebab.
Fatality.
The remaining team heads back into the condo, where after a smart-ass comment by a goofball, his girlfriend throws him to the floor and threatens to beat the piss out of him. Practical jokers in 1980s horror films don't live for very long. If you don't believe me, just ask Shelley from Friday the 13th Part 3. Ed Jr. comes up with a drunken hide-and-go-seek game as an alternative to Monopoly. This girl decides to be it and stays inside, while the rest go outside to drink. Dumb game so far. Big Ed starts stalking. Intentional littering on a North Carolina beach is considered a Class 3 misdemeanor and can carry a fine up to $1,000 and up to 24 hours of community service, which they obviously don't give a shit about. Goofball finds the girl. Lame. After the game, Ed and his girlfriend head to bed where he is immediately cock-blocked. Bummer. Goofball's girlfriend sends him on a last-minute quest to find Flash and his girlfriend and to lock up the house, effectively killing his boner too. So she gives him some motivation.
I've got something to show you when you get back.
Whoa, Lord. Goodness gracious.
Goofball, aka Ralph, heads outside and then into the garage, where this happens. While Ralph hangs out, his girlfriend starts to regret sending him to check on the others.
Ed.
This segment is brought to you by Ambien.
Did you hear something?
Maybe she should have taken one too. Big Ed grabs the gaff hook off the wall, and we hear a ripoff of the Jaws soundtrack. Ed's sleep gets interrupted while Ralph's girlfriend heads outside to look for Ralph.
Where have you been? Where are the others?
I don't know, I'm scared. Something's wrong.
Now I'll say, Ed's Ambien wore off, Ralph is stuck on a door down in the basement, and Flash never found all of his clothes. This trip sucks so far.
Not leaving without Ralph.
Just to drive over to the sheriff's department on the main.
We'll be right back with help.
Not leaving.
Ralph's girl walks right into Big Ed. Dumb. Where he gives her an exotic piercing. Some people pay big money for that. Ed Jr. and his girl find Ralph's girl. Guess that piercing wasn't enough, so Big Ed cut her head off. Ed finds Ralph and the rest of the gang that went missing. They see Big Ed's shadow, so Ed Jr. hides his girlfriend in the closet, so he can club his dad over the head. But Big Ed gets a swing in and knocks his son out instead. Ed Jr.'s girl jumps out just in time to throw her shoes at Big Ed to distract him, but he still stabs his son in the leg with that silly battle axe. Ed Jr.'s girl throws a lead pyramid fishing weight at Big Ed, lodging it into his temple. Ouch. Then she stabs Big Ed in the chest with a knife that she randomly finds, and helps Ed Jr. off the floor and out of the garage.
Come on!
Quit pumping the gas!
Now what?
Wait, it's flooded!
Whoa, Ed, she's just trying to help, man. Don't be an asshole. Well, looks like during all this commotion, Big Ed escaped the garage. This is why I always have my car serviced right before a big road trip. Big Ed is on top of the car now. Surprise here. Where they have time to let the cigarette lighter warm up before doing this. She finally got the car cranked, where she manages to throw Big Ed from the car. The cops now show up, just in time to see Big Ed climbing back up on the car. Ed Jr.'s girl goes full ramming speed.
Jesus Christ. It's my dad.
So what?
Pull forward!
Well, looks like Big Ed is half the man he used to be. Big Ed is now handy-capable. I underestimated him. Big Ed finally dies. At the local hospital, Ed Jr. is recuperating, where he checks on his girlfriend who saved his life. The end. Let's head over to the review where we can figure out what the hell was going on through the director's mind while making this film. As I said before, the film was shot in Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. The bridge seen here was filmed with the old drawbridge from Morehead City over to Atlantic Beach, and has since been replaced with a more modern arch bridge. And remember the University Hall seen here? That was actually the old Webb Memorial Library in Morehead City. While I was on vacation in this area, I snagged a few shots of the condo that was used in the film. With a few minor upgrades now, you can still spot it quite well. The young Ed Jr. at the beginning of the film was played by Trace Cooper, who is now the current mayor of Atlantic Beach and son of Buddy Cooper, the director of this film. Talk about a family film. Well, not that type of family film. Mark Sjostrom was the lead special effects makeup artist and has worked on several other horror films, including A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, From Beyond, Phantasm 2, and Evil Dead 2. In 2021, filming for The Mutilator 2 was underway and wrapped in 2022 with a release slated for this year. It will star some of the original cast members and Terry Kaiser, who is famous for Weekend at Bernie's, which was also shot at a beach south of Atlantic Beach in Wilmington, North Carolina. I thought the lighting was really the worst thing about this film, honestly. The cheesy dialogue and acting is to be expected, and many times what I enjoy the most about films just like this. The gory scenes were all practical and well done, although I feel the film could have used more in places as the story drags some and could have utilized better pacing. Slasher flicks are like pornos after all. They need very little storyline to get the job done. I'm giving this film 3 out of 5 possible skulls. It made me laugh, and hopefully after watching this video, it made you laugh too. Until next time.
Boom, 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 boom.